Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. I want you all to sit back and relax and let's look into the looking glass for 2023 and beyond. So I hope you're all keeping well. So I'm just waiting for my looking glass, my crystal ball to haze over, and let's see what's in store. Okay, this is really strange, guys. I'm seeing the sun. And our beautiful sun, which there's worry with at the minute, and people are saying it looks different, and everything what's going on with Earth at the moment. And I'm sort of seeing it connected with cyber systems. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I want you to remember that. It's coming in very strong. Remember, everything is changing. So the old system will fall, and I've been saying this for a long time, from quite a few years back, and it's going to be replaced with new technology. So watch for big news, okay, coming in with that. And I'm also seeing Bill Gates' face, and he's popping out of this crystal ball, and Elon Musk. So I don't know if there's something coming off between the pair of them, or it's separate, two separate sort of situations there with the pair of them. So watch for that. I'm also seeing they're showing us the ice cap. And a little while ago, when we had the trouble with the volcano, can you remember that? On one of the Spanish islands, and there was worry that it was going to fall into the sea and it could cause a tsunami. I said that wouldn't happen, and obviously it didn't happen. But I did say at the time that if there was anything to do with that catastrophic, what would happen, it would have something to do with the ice cap. And I'm actually getting worried with that. I'm sort of seeing in this crystal ball tonight, I'm seeing the ice cap wobbling a little bit and breaking away. So possibly there could be some news to come out with that. And I'm seeing between, I would say now, possibly up until the summer months onwards, into 2026, there could be worry there. So you need to watch for that. Okay. Now, what else am I getting? I said in my last looking glass that I seen worry with the Tate brothers. Okay, I don't know if it was the last one or the time before. I'd have to check it back. And I said that there could be worry where only one could leave or something could happen to the other. And as you know, Andrew Tate, there's news what's come out recently that he's not well, he's sick. And I'm seeing huge news what could come out with that, and I want to send prayers to the Tate brothers that they get the justice and they get out soon, or Andrew can get his help. Okay, and I'm feeling that there's some big news coming out there, definitely over the next two. So I don't know if this is 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 3 months. Definitely by the summer, this is going to happen. Okay, could get some news by Easter or just after. So watch for that. Okay, what else am I seeing? As I'm being shown this summer, we're going to get crazy weather. And how we've had extreme coldness, we're going to also get extreme heat. Remember, Mother Gaia's changing, everything's changing on this planet, and she's purging. So it's a case of extreme weather, what's going to hit this planet. And I do worry because I sort of see a lot of fires and worries with bushfires, that type of thing, like in places like Africa or Australia, places like that. We're going to get extreme heat this year. We're going to have a scorcher of a summer. But round about the summer, there's going to be something what's going to come out about comedians. And I see a restriction on comedians. Okay? And remember, everything's changing. And it's everything about, you know, the awoke. Yeah? So there's going to be a scandal to do with a certain comedian, okay? Or if it's not, I think it's definitely comedian, but I'm also saying there could also be a scandal to do with a podcaster, a well-known podcaster as well. And there's going to be a restriction on this, and it's going to cause a scandal, and there's going to be huge debates about this. Huge debates, so you need to watch for that. As you know, there's been more derailments, and I did say there would be explosion, and that's just recently happened. And I do believe that was in Maryland, wasn't it, USA, with a tanker truck crash. And I just feel there's more chaos to come, guys. There really, really is. I've always said 2023 is the fight of the fittest. So I do see chaos this year. And I have said this for quite some time now. 2023 will be the storm. I also feel the UK, they're showing us the UK. And there's more riots and protests to come. And as you know, there's been this recent hoo-ha in Oxfordshire with the 15-minute cities, and their plan is that they want to put them around the country. And I'm actually seeing absolute chaos here, and I'm seeing many strikes. Which there was riots and that happening in Oxfordshire with the pushback of the people. So I do feel it's going to be a roller coaster this year, guys. I'm getting the numbers 16, 12, 22 and 24, and also 5 and 6. And these are going to come out with dates with big news, and I'm seeing the 9th as well, so possibly watch for that. So yeah, it's going to be a roller coaster between now and 2025. Okay, Harry and Meghan. Well, they've been frogsit. That's what's happened to them. Anybody who doesn't know what's happened, they've been evicted from Frogmore Cottage, and Charlie's moved in, shamed Andy into Frogmore. Comment on the link below what you think of this, guys. But I feel it's about to get pretty crazy, definitely running up to the coronation. And I'm actually saying there's going to be big news around Charles and Camilla. So yeah, I want you to watch for this. But also more news to come out with Harry as well, and William. Now the stars look interesting in their charts. I would say definitely for both of them. They've got the same midheaven ascendant, and where there's an eclipse, this is going to affect the pair of them. I'm definitely feeling this, and this is around about the March the 24th to the 25th. But also expect huge news coming out around the White House. There's, like I've said to you before, there's a lot of things all going off at the same time. It's huge. But also we've got as Pluto will be adverse with Uranus, and this will be explosive when it's combined with a major eclipse. Guys, March is huge. So, as you know, okay, there's many crimes which has been out there, and it's been televised, and it's been horrible. And I just feel everything's frequency, everything's energy. And what I do feel is expect more crimes to come out this year. Because we are in this spiritual awakening, guys, and everyone is ascending. And this has made the veil thin as everyone is playing out their karmic debts. Okay, remember, it's a spiritual war that we are in now on Earth. As you know, we've had the Murdoch murders and Nicola Burley case, not to mention mass shootings in the USA. It's crazy, and it's about to get worse. This swamp is in the collective, guys. So it's very, very important that we keep our feet firmly on the ground. Remember, you can't change the way somebody is on their journey, right? But we can change the way it affects us. So it's definitely, I would recommend getting into your crystals, your salt baths, and don't overdo it when you're watching these cases, because sometimes it can lower your vibration. Okay? We are going to go very, very futuristic. I'm jumping here. I'm actually seeing some remote viewing here, and I don't know if you want to get a pen, but this is really strange. Now, a little while ago, I had mentioned about, I don't know if it was a channeling I had done. It may have been a channeling through Twitch, you'd have to check it out. But I had talked about Valiant Thor. Remember the stranger in the Pentagon? The man from Venus. And I had said, I'm sure it was a channeling, that his seeds were on Earth, and they were going to start to be, come forth with young people apparently I had got that these were his children on Earth. Now you could look at this many different ways. Have they been brought in on a spaceship? Possibly not. Maybe they've been starseed kids. I do believe that there was such thing as the hybrid program, where I will do a video on that actually, where, you know, somebody who's carrying a child, where they could be sort of implanted with alien sort of DNA. Because it's been proven now that the children on Earth now are having extra strands of DNA and they're more intelligent. Now, I checked this guy out and I actually thought, my God, there's a valiant thought connection with this guy. Has anybody heard of Sergei Nazarov? Okay. I believe you spell his name Sergey. Don't quote us because I'm terrible with spelling. And it's Nazarov. Okay. Sergei Nazarov. I might not even be pronouncing it properly. But apparently he's a 32-year-old tech entrepreneur, Russian. And he's linked to Satoshi, which is Satoshi. I could be pronouncing it wrong. Nakamoto, okay, which is linked to cryptocurrency. This guy is a genius, guys. He's an utter genius. And I'm feeling, as I look into this crystal ball, and I've got Jed with us, there's a link. There's a link that people are playing out their parts, their roles on Earth, and to bring forth change on this planet. I do feel cryptocurrency is going to go huge into the future. Now, you need to watch this guy because I feel he's going to become more apparent over the next year or so. All right. But I believe that he's sort of invented something, and it's sort of a chain link thing, okay? And it's linked with Ethereum, okay, which is a crypto. So chain link is going to become huge into the future. So watch for all of these different sort of characters to come forward, and there's another two male and a female to come forward as well. So the sort of, I've always said, it's not a case of that it's the aliens landing. It's the case that they're already here, and some of them are star seeds, and they're working within our system to change the system. Okay, so that's what I'm getting at the moment, and I'm getting this really strong. So watch for this guy coming forward. He could be as well known as Elon Musk, if not more. So I'm actually seeing this strange vision, and I'm getting, it looks like a large city. Okay, it's hazing over. And I'm getting this, looks like a quarry or a crater. It's really strange. And I'm seeing military. And I'm seeing a cave. So as you're going into this crater or a quarry, there's a cave and there's military there. And I'm seeing an explosion and it's crawling with military. And I'm seeing this not far into the near future. But I'm also seeing this UFO sort of craft coming in and out, or strange lights. So this is like a secret base that I'm seeing. There's something major going to unfold with this. And like I said to you before, this summer is going to be the sighting of the sightings for UFOs. So for all you UFO watchers out there, I believe that you're all going to see a lot. Get some good footage. Yeah, so I'm getting a very emotional feeling with this. But I'm getting US Army. And then I'm seeing space company NASA going in with Japan. Now I normally look on no more than 2 to 3 years. But it's quite close what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it really strong. And they're inventing this sort of machine which goes around the globe and it collects debris. And it possibly could be happening now. Remember, I've been seeing this for a while, that there's a lot of technology what's been held back from we. And they just seep it in. But this is going to be all on news as well. So watch for this. It's like a space hoover type of thing. It's a space vacuum. Okay, what else am I saying? I'm also seeing holographic cryptocurrency. Wow. And we are going to look so different into the future. Remember, I've said this before, I see Earth divided into 3 categories of man. There's going to be like the people in the crystal grid, there's going to be the new Earth people, and then I do feel there's going to be some form of an extraterrestrial race here. Okay, when it all comes out. So this is huge, this. So for us to look different, maybe we're taller, maybe our skulls have changed again. There's an intervention going on at the minute, and it's massive. Massive. Okay. Russia. I see Russia definitely in with Iran. And I'm also seeing the gold-backed stable coin. Okay. So there's something huge going on with currency, because obviously part of the whole currency thing is part of the system, and everything's changing, everything's falling, and they're all grabbing onto it. All these 3 heads of the beast are all grabbing for power. But I'm getting Saudi Arabia, something what's going to happen in Saudi Arabia which will affect the US dollar. And it's got something to do with Bitcoin and oil. Okay, remember, everything's entwined. And I believe all this Bitcoin and this crypto has been here a lot longer than we know. Remember, they drip it in. And it's all about, power and greed. That's what it's all about. Okay. I'm also seeing natural gas in China deals with America. So that's going to be talked about a lot as well. Yeah, so with the Bitcoin, I see, what I'm seeing is hidden USA. And they're mining. They are using this in the background. All right. And this is really, really strange. And that they're dealing it backwards and forwards with different countries. The militaries are doing this. In fact, I see most of the governments using this behind the scenes to pass money backwards and forwards. This is how they become billionaires. Okay. I am actually seeing an uprising in the UK with these 15-minute cities, guys. And this reminds me of the Hunger Games. Okay. So I always said that it's, we have to raise our vibrations and not to get angry. But at the same time, it's okay to say no. I always say that. But it's going to get very heated this year. I don't believe it'll pay off, but I think they're going to have a damn good try to try this. I also say food crisis, right? There's something about food crisis. And this is not just the UK. This could be, Europe, Australia, the USA, that type of thing. So we need to prep, guys. We need to prep. So China and Russia and Ukraine, everything's heating up here, and I see a fear of, world war again. Everybody's worried about it. But watch the Middle East problems coming in. And America will take the stage on this. America will take the stage on this. And when this all kicks off, it's like everything's happening at once. So, I'm not saying they're not happening, but it's a distraction. A lot of this is a distraction, but it is happening. I need to send protection to Taiwan. And I'm also seeing more trouble with Ukraine. I need to send protection to the Ukrainian people. And I said a little while ago, watch for huge news coming out with 3 or 4 main figureheads going. And I'm getting Putin's face, and he's bouncing out. He's bouncing out of this crystal ball, guys. And I'm seeing him going. And it's all this hype, and then suddenly, it's like he's gone. And there's going to be a bit of a mystery with this. And I'm seeing yachts around about that time. Also aircraft. Unless there's big news coming out at the same time, with aircraft or yachts. I want you to remember this. And I'm also seeing, I see Biden just suddenly going or having to go. And I sort of see him unwell on a stretcher. So I don't know if that's literally happening or it's just the way the ball's showing it to me, okay? And I'm also seeing Trudeau, I see him leaving and making a big announcement. Again, I normally look on no more than a year, so this is all coming in quite close. Okay, the question is, who's going to sort of cover in from Biden, you know? Would it be his next in line? Okay, Harris, but I just feel that there's a lot of twists and turns here, all right? But I don't feel President Biden's not well, and I think that there's going to be, I don't know, I just see him going. It's really strange that. Yeah. So I'm also saying voting will take place early in the UK. Scandals, I mean, we've just had them recently with the WhatsApp gate carry on, but there's more to come out. This may have something to do with what's happening with the 15-minute cities and more. But I see more protests, and as a collective, we will be okay. But I must stress, we must look within. Nobody is immune to this, even politicians. And I did say this in my previous predictions, we are already in digital. This has to play out, but I do see they are pushing for the digital ID cards and passports. Okay. And if this doesn't come off by the end of the year, you're looking in to no later than the end of 2024. Could be the middle of 24. But the strangest thing is, right, when there's going to be court cases in America at the same time, the UK will stage the world, okay? And it's a scandal to come out, and the core of it is in Parliament, and it's to do with a deal with China. I want you to remember that. It's coming out, it's bouncing out of my crystal ball. Okay, Ukraine and Russia. And I'm also getting sort of entwined with USA and UK. I mean, Zelensky's recent comments are quite alarming. Don't quote us exactly what he said, but the US will have to send their sons and daughters to fight for Ukraine. Okay, I'm sure he said something like that. You'd have to check it out. And the US will never give up on NATO states or countries, okay? So what he means is that the US and NATO is hell-bent and fighting regardless of the consequences. And I'm actually getting a little bit of a worry here, and Jed's coming in there with like his bow and arrow, you know, in his tribe. And he's saying it's like it's all rumbling, ready to come out. And there is a timeline. I'm not saying this will happen, but it may be mentioned, and it could cause a panic, where there could be a call up for people to go in, young people to go in. And this is not going to go down well. This is not going to go down well. So I want to send healing and blessings, and we need to burn our incense, we need to keep our energies up, you know, all of that type of thing. Because I always feel there's loads of simultaneously, loads of different timelines all going off at the same time. And it all depends on what happens to Putin. I want you to remember that. But you need to watch the globalist, right? Because what I feel is they're going to rank this right up. And as Rishi Sunak says, he will supply tanks. This is what he said. I'm saying this all boiling up. And I want you to remember April, May announcements. So I do predict that the UK will send in more than what they have done with supplies. I see fighter jets going in. And but I see all these globalists wanting this. I mean, we know this is what we feel anyway, the ones who are awakened. But what takes place with Putin will stop their plans right in their tracks. I'm actually seeing that they're going to sort of seep in as well, support troops, and this will be all over global headlines. So it's going to get very heated here. So I want to send healing and blessings out to everybody who's in the armed forces. I'm sort of being shown here like high alert, red alert, that type of thing. But it doesn't mean it's going to go the full way, because I'm also feeling that there's going to be an opposite direction with the Middle East with something as well in China. Okay, so there's a lot going on all at once. Remember, it's the three heads of the beasts all fighting, all trying to cause this. Banks, I said a little while ago, there will be scandals, and it's happening now, guys. And what I want to say to you guys is the snake is loose. The snake is loose, guys. And what I want to say is do not be tempted with bank loans. And this is so important that I tell you this between now and 2026 until things calm down and change. Okay, because there could be some problems to do with interest rates and entrapments. This is what I'm being shown here. Remember, for the new system to come in, this old system will fall. And possibly expect a crash. But I've said this before, where there's a crash in the stock market, it does quickly go up again. There is a timeline of this happening. And if I'm getting this wrong, it won't be long. But expect at that time there will be a switch over. I'm seeing this as I'm remote viewing. June, July, August, big announcements. And with banks, September, October, in stock market. I just feel it's always wise to try and invest if you can. Yeah, gold, silver, whatever you can. But I do feel crypto is definitely something that will really take off. I want to send healing and blessings out, guys. And I want you all to light a white candle for the people of Argentina. Recently, last Wednesday, they had power outages. Over 20 million people suffered outages. And apparently, according to the Argentina, government, they said it was sabotage. Apparently, someone had burnt down their power lines. Now, I think that's a bit strange, don't you? There's more going on, guys. And I'm actually saying they're shown as like cyber attacks, that type of thing. So I want to say that we need to prepare, prep. We could have problems with power lines going down as well. You know what I mean? Like Argentina. Wink, wink. I also want to send healing and blessings to Greece, as there's been massive riots there and 57 people have just recently lost their lives with another train derailment or something. What happened? There was an explosion with a train. And anybody who suffered this, we just need to light a candle, send a prayer to them. And it's something to do with, there's been chemical spills, it's happening all over the place. It's the storm, guys. It's the storm. I said in my previous predictions there would be a scandal with Parliament. And as you know, Matt Hancock and Boris Johnson, with the WhatsApp gate messages are being leaked. And, we've had these Tories scoffing about people, in the past and with the lockdowns, that there was poor people getting fined £10,000, you know what I mean? And they were scoffing about this on WhatsApp. But they got caught with their pants down, what they were doing with their Partygate and that. The way I see it is, guys, that there's one rule for the elite, and there's one for everyone else. It's like it's just facing it. It's like the veil is so thin. And we have to see this for a reason. We really, really do. But I really don't believe that these Tories are always going to be in power in the UK. They will fall. And we will go Labour Britain again. Mark my words, we will go red again. Okay. I did say in my last couple of predictions there was problems with blackbirds. There was some in Japan, they've been all over the place, and there've been blackbirds swimming down. And I said I believe it was last year, I said in one of my garden talks, watch the birds in the sky. Watch the birds for what's happening in the skies. And as you know, it's been happening again. I don't know if it was somewhere in America somewhere, but crazy stuff's happening, you know, hundreds of blackbirds just fall into the ground, like they're freaked, they're coming out the sky. We need to watch the birds, guys. I'm actually feeling that the birds are picking up on something going on in the air. Something that they're not telling me. That's what I feel. Okay. So it's so important that we keep our feet firmly on the ground. Okay, I feel like weather's going to be such a thing this year, you know, and weather disasters. And I'm actually want to send healing blessings out to Africa, all the places over in Africa, Australia, parts of Europe. And we could also have crazy weather with floods as well, fires and floods. This summer, I'm definitely seeing fires and floods, storms and earthquakes. And I believe, guys, this is Mother Gaia getting angry. How we are ascending. She's ascending. She's a conscious being. And I pray for humanity, as I do say there will be. This is going to be a brutal year for crazy weather. In 2023 winter will be the storm of the century. But through all of this transition, we are coming through it. There's going to be a lot of people awakening across the planet, and I'm seeing a lot of holistic therapy which will take place. And I'm also seeing there could be a rise in medicinal cannabis, which could sort of come into a lot of different countries. Yeah, I'm seeing Biden, and I'm seeing him just suddenly leaving as president. Remember, Hunger Games is a process. In Hunger Games will be broken. It will not just take one man to take this down, guys, but two. And this is going to change humanity's freedom for the people. And we will rise through this darkness, and we will walk through the storm. Guys, this is biblical. I just feel we need to hold on to our hats. Yeah, not one man will take this system down, but two. We need to watch, and everything is going to start to unfold. Take care. God bless. And be strong, guys. I just feel we're in the eye of the storm. But it's good, because we are witnessing the fall. And we are the super beings of earth. Look within. Don't look without. Look within. Because within this matrix, we as the avatars will change this. We just need to observe and watch. And then it will just all fall into place. Concentrate on you, your friends, your neighbours, your families, and your pets. It's biblical, guys. And this is your host, Psychic LJ. Until the next time, don't forget, subscribe to my channel, alright, and press the bell for new updates, because the algorithms have been a bit strange recently with my channel. And I'll be back on again soon. May the force all be with you all. Take care, guys. Do 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 do. You got this. Do 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 do. Maka Hancock, you got this. Do 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 do. What's up? You got this. Hey, laddie. Where am I? I think I'm stuck on end screen.
Guys, I need to stop doing this asshole travelling. I keep getting stuck in the cloud. But anyway, I'm stuck on my end screen. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel and press the bell for new updates. Us fairies, you know, we're always getting up to mischief. See you all soon. Bye now.